President Trump looks to put an end to the opioid crisis. One America's Connor Howe has more on his recent efforts.
President Trump takes another step to fight against the opioid crisis, proclaiming September National Alcohol and Drug Addiction Recovery Month. The president says America is standing with the millions of people in recovery from alcohol and drug addiction. In August, he declared the drug crisis a national emergency, which gave the federal government access to assets from the Public Health Emergency Fund, which would not expire at the end of the fiscal year. The president vows his administration is committed to lifting the nation from the tragic reality of the ongoing opioid crisis. More than 20 million Americans are addicted to alcohol or other drugs, and countless more lives have been impacted as a consequence of substance abuse.
Drug overdose is now the leading cause of accidental death in the United States, and opioid overdose deaths have nearly quadrupled since 1999.
The president is calling the country to come together and fight drug and alcohol abuse. He says in September, his administration is taking a proactive approach to support states and local communities as they work on the front lines to prevent substance use and promote recovery. Earlier this year, President Trump established the President's Commission on Combating Drug Addiction and the Opioid Crisis to help guide the response from the federal government. To date, the Trump administration has dedicated more than $500 million to strengthening prevention programs. This includes expanding access to evidence-based addiction treatment and building networks of recovery support services across the country. The president claims his administration's efforts on border security and infrastructure will play a big part in the epidemic, protecting the U.S. from the dangers of drug trafficking. He also encouraged the nation to thank family members, friends, and healthcare providers for providing much-needed assistance and love to support Americans in recovery.
And I'm confident that by working with our healthcare and law enforcement experts, we will fight this deadly epidemic, and the United States will win.
President Trump says the administration is praying for those who are currently suffering from addiction. He hopes their lives will be transformed through effective treatment and love. Connor Howe, One America News.